Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner. Welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Lots popping off in relation to Reece James. We're going to take our good time today on this video, talk about Reece James and the disrespect sometimes he gets from Arsenal fans, especially. I mean, trying to compare him with Jurriën Timber. Calm yourself down. So we're going to talk about that because Reece James, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, dropped an absolute masterclass in midfield yesterday against Arsenal. So there's a lot that we need to talk about that. There's conversations in relation to Enzo Fernandez, top interview taken by Ben Jacobs. You know me, I don't really rate Ben Jacobs at times, but when it comes to one-on-one interviews, I think he does a very, very good job. When it comes to ownership information, he does a very, very good job. When it's in relation to news coming from Saudi Arabia and the Saudi League and whatnot, he's actually got some good sources there. But there's a really good interview that he's done. We might do the whole blown out video of it down the track, but I've taken some very, very interesting comments from those from that interview where I think we need to talk about in relation to Enzo Fernandez, another brilliant and a special player for us. But we're going to kick things off with Ronald Araújo. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy, he is broken. He is broken. Chelsea Football Club, not for a second, ladies and gentlemen, doubt what impact this loss has had on Barcelona. The win that we've gotten against Barcelona, the loss that we've inflicted on Barcelona. Yeah, in the beginning, it might have been a little bit of banter, a little bit of, mockery, whatnot, but I think it's serious. We've caused damage. We've seriously caused some mental damage to Barcelona, but more importantly to Araujo. I'm certain that we've caused some damage to Hansi Flick as well, because the way they were handled by us, honestly, the way they were handled by us, I don't think they've been handled like that for a very, very long time, and it's really impacted them. I want to talk about this situation, but prior to talking about this situation, message to Arsenal Football Club, don't be surprised, and a message to Chelsea fan base as well, don't be surprised after the draw that Arsenal, incurred with us, that Arsenal starts moving a little bit different, because mind you, we were a man down and we looked very, very good. We went toe-to-toe with Arsenal. And Arsenal, they struggled. They really did struggle. They struggled when it was 11v11, and they still struggled when it was 10v11. Don't be surprised if this draw has a little bit of a negative impact on Arsenal moving forward, doubting themselves, because this is what we're capable of doing against big teams. Now, we'll talk about that a little bit in details, but we start things off from here. As we said, Managing Barça, I love this account. If you don't follow, all types of Barcelona news you can find from Managing Barça, do follow Managing Barça on X, Twitter. Ronald Araújo and his agents have asked the club personally if he can be allowed time off to recover, as he is not doing so well mentally at the moment and does not want to harm the team further. The club accepted the request. Araujo is suffering mentally and psychologically. The club agreed immediately to his request because they believe there's nothing more important than the player's mental well-being. He has been provided with all kind of support by Barca. There's no return date no return date set as of now. I mean, look, there must be some other stuff behind the scenes as well. I'm not going to discount all of that, but it feels like it's a bit of a coincidental situation, no? Like straight after the Chelsea match, picks up a red card, the way Chelsea has dismantled Barcelona as well, and since then, he's not featured. Since then, there's been news. And Hansi Flick, if you guys remember my videos, couple of videos ago, he's come out publicly and said that Chelsea loss has morally affected them. It has. From a moral standpoint, it's affected them. Morale, I think. I sometimes get confused. Morals and morale. From a morale standpoint, it's affected them. So look, we need to understand. Sometimes some of these big teams, they've got big egos, and then when they get a reality check, the way they've got, against us, it can leave a serious dent on them. And we've done this on PSG as well. I've said this to you guys a couple of videos ago when we were talking about this situation with Barcelona. We've done the same thing with PSG, where Luis Enrique, post-match Club World Cup, he was distraught. He really was. And as I said, look out for Arsenal. Arsenal in the next coming fixtures, let's see. Let's see if there's been a little bit of doubt that's crept in. Not being able to handle 10-man Chelsea and almost potentially losing as well. Don't forget, we were leading against Arsenal. And only by a magical moment from Saka, the cross came in, because Saka was being marshaled by Cucurella all throughout the game as well. Only because of that moment, a cross came in and they found a goal through Marino. And even after that, we didn't sit down. We didn't just stay down. We went after the game. We went after Arsenal, searching for a winner. Let's see what impact it's had. Look, the bottom line is, look, firstly, I wish him all the best. Wish Ronald Araújo all the best to recover as quickly as possible. But ladies and gentlemen, do not for a second disregard the slapping Barcelona caught from Chelsea Football Club. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, lots to talk about Reece James. This is what Trevor Chalobah had to say. Trevor Chalobah on Reece James. He was unbelievable all game. That's why he's our captain. Every single day he works and he leads by example. That was a captain's performance, and that's what we were going to need from everyone going forward. 100% agreed. By the way, Chalobah's form has also turned magnificently. I mean, surprise, surprise. He doesn't partner with Tosin anymore, and all of a sudden, my man Chalobah can defend. I said last season, when Chalobah returned back, this guy's a good defender. Maybe not Chelsea level, but he's a good defender. But now partnering with the right partner starts to look good, starts to be far more confident. You know, CBs, it's all about partnerships. And for Wesley Fofana as well, it seems like he's found a really good partner in the likes of Chalobah. Now, that aside, we can talk about that later. Reece James, ladies and gentlemen. Reece James conversation. Reece James, we all saw in the live watch-along, all the people that were there. What a fantastic performance he dropped. Forget about right back. We all know Reece James at his peak in the right back position. He's probably one of the best right backs going around. We've seen what Reece James did a while back to Vinicius Jr. in the Champions League season that we won under Thomas Tuchel. We've seen Reece James lock up many players on that side. We've seen Reece James under Thomas Tuchel playing as a wing-back, doing a madness, scoring goals, assisting. And now we are seeing Reece James under Enzo Maresca playing in midfield very regularly, especially in the big games. And I know there's been games where Reece James hasn't been the best in midfield, but the performance against Arsenal, the debate in midfield was Declan Rice or Caicedo. Well, Caicedo killed himself by getting the red card straight away, and that debate was null and void for a second. But Reece James outshone everyone. Reece James literally took the mantle and said, you know what, forget about the debate between Caicedo and Declan Rice and whoever else everyone's got in midfield. Reece James stood above everyone and said, the real deal. He ran the show. And these Arsenal lot, they want to compare Reece James with Jurrien Timber. Jurrien who? Like, seriously, you need to go and wash your mouth. Get soap, throw it into your mouth and give it a good wash because it stinks. Jurrien Timber's name should never be associated with Reece James. It never should be. Jurrien Timber, honestly, in his wildest dreams, can't even think about being the best right back when Reece James is peak best right back situation. Reece James can never even think about those levels. And on top of that, Jurrien Timber can never, ever think about the level of skill set Reece James has where he can transfer all of that into midfield. Reece James was running the show. I think Reece James now, honestly, all of us needs to start thinking about him as almost as a complete footballer. Which position can he play? We've seen him play left back as well last season. Reece James, I think more and more we're going to start seeing him in midfield. Yes, there'll be games where he might be a little bit off against Barcelona in the first half. In midfield, he looked a bit off. Second half, moved back into the right back position and he was killing it. But the fact that he's able to play both those positions at such a high level. Incredible. Incredible. And I think, look, a lot of us have pondered about this seasons back when he was picking up the injuries, right? I mean, thank God, right now he looks like he might have gone past all his injuries and he's starting to look and feel very strong and very, very competent about his body as well. I think more and more we're going to start seeing him in midfield. And if he can play the way he played against Arsenal, forget about debates against, Jurriën Timber, because that's nonsense. He'll start having debates against some of the best midfielders in the world. This guy, some of his passing, some ability to just pick up the ball and drive through midfield. Wait till he starts smashing the ball from long range. We all remember early Reece James days. His shooting was incredible. He used to, score rockets. Under Thomas Tuchel, scoring from wide angles. This guy. And then when he starts threading passes and gets assists from midfield, this, for us, has become a bit of a revelation this season. Because no one really thought about seriously considering Reece James in midfield. And I think now we really need to seriously consider the fact that Romeo Lavia is injured on a regular basis. I think this is very good cover. Obviously, Andre Santos will get a lot of game. Moises Caicedo is suspended for the next 3 games. Andre Santos will play. But don't for a second think that Reece James will not partner him in midfield. He may not partner against Leeds because Reece James played quite a lot of matches. So Reece James will take a bit of break against Leeds. But best believe he will be back very, very soon. So big up to Reece James and big up to Chalobah for praising him. Now, next up, ladies and gentlemen, Enzo Fernandez. Let's have a look at what he had to say in the interview with Ben Jacobs. Big up to Ben Jacobs for that interview. Even though sometimes I do mock you, big up to you for doing this interview. Enzo Fernandez relives his early Chelsea days and what went wrong. I'm used to winning. If you guys remember when Enzo Fernandez first came, my days under Graham Potter, tough times, man. And even under Pochettino as well, tough times. And only under Maresca where it's really started to click into gears. And even then, under Potter, Enzo Fernandez is probably one of the better players. Do you know what I mean? And even Pochettino as well later on. He had the growing injury and whatnot, a hernia and whatnot, which has affected him a lot. But later on in the season, started to do a lot better by Enzo Maresca. Really, Enzo Fernandez has become a superstar. Now, let's check this out. I'm used to winning all the time, and when I came here, the results were very poor. I like winning and hate losing. I had to live through a frustrating period on a personal level because of what was going on. It helped us develop and improve. I'm very happy with how things are at the club these days. It was very tough time because when I arrived, many players and coaches were coming and going. In the end, Chelsea went for Enzo Maresca. That's when the club started to build more solid foundations as a group. We developed our footballing identity, which has been great for the squad. Fantastic. These are some of the things we complained, right? When the ownership first took over. Too much chopping and changing. It's not good. All this instability, not good for anyone. Players, fans, staff, no one. Maresca came in, started to settle things down, started to put down foundation. Do you know what I mean? Important foundation, laying the foundation. Now you can see how settled we are and what a talented squad we are. We are a really good side and we get on well on and off the pitch. For the last 18 months to 2 years, we've had such positive feelings here. I love it. And it's clear to see. I've been saying this for the past 6-7 months that, I'm starting to see a bit of change. The way we finished last season, Champions League football qualification, the way we went and won the Conference League against Real Betis, the way we took care of Club World Cup, the way we are doing things this season. This is why I've been adamant that I believe in this squad. I believe. And I think more and more are starting to believe as well. I've always said there's flaws, but there's still enough to compete at the highest level. And we've shown that. Barcelona, Arsenal, in this last week. Look at these couple of matches. Rock solid in every facet of the game. So Enzo Fernandez, he's been a main component for this recent success as well. Love the way Enzo Fernandez carries himself. I know he's got his flaws as well. Don't get me wrong. He's got his flaws, but man's young. Everyone's deserving of a second chance. He's had issues personally as well. Obviously, he's had the racism stuff too. Everyone deserves another chance. No problems. Think deep down, this guy's not a bad guy. He's a very good guy, talented footballer, scoring goals, assisting. And what I really like about Enzo Fernandez the most, ladies and gentlemen, this guy's a proper leader, you know. He's really a proper leader. He's proper Chelsea. See him the way he squares up against Madueke. See him what he did against Mason Mount as well last season. This guy hates players that leave Chelsea for rivals, and he lets them know about it as well. And every time there's someone to defend or there's a fight, Enzo Fernandez is there, standing up for Chelsea Football Club. I love it, man. I love it. I'm still not going to forget that iconic moment in the Conference League final against Real Betis where him and Reece James came together. He gives Reece James a slap. Reece James then headbutts him. That moment gives me goosebumps. Goosebumps. Gives me goosebumps. Honestly, that moment made me feel that, yeah, something's good's happening. The way Reece James and Enzo Fernandez are so close was fantastic to watch. Enzo Fernandez, Maresca brought a clear identity which helps us get results. As a consequence, things are now easier daily. He's helped friendships in the squad grow. I'd single out the way he guides us, teaches every day in training. I love it. Mad praise from Enzo Fernandez to Enzo Maresca. Absolutely brilliant. And it's clear to see on field as well. The chemistry, the movement. And it's good to see that off the field they also get along very well. It's very important. You need to have a very good relationship off the field. You don't necessarily need to have that with every single player, of course, but predominantly you need to have a very, very healthy group on and off the field. And that's how you're going to create a successful squad. Now, next up, Arsenal had their tails up after Mikel Merino's equalizer, yet Enzo Maresca was courageous not to make defensive substitutes as he has done previously. I love it. I wanted to point this out because Enzo Maresca talks about learning from previous lessons, tough lessons. We've seen Enzo Maresca this season. I have to admit, he has been harshly done by, man. There's been some red cards unnecessarily picked up, and it's put Enzo Maresca and the team in a very precarious position, man. Honestly, it's put Enzo Maresca in a tough scenario when it's not needed. But he didn't repeat the mistakes of previous times when we picked up a red card and he's went ultra defensive on it. This time against Arsenal, no, he kept taking the game to Arsenal. Even when we were up 1-0, yes, we dropped back a little bit, but we didn't have negative substitutions. And then when it was 1-1, he still went after the game. I love it. I absolutely love it. And it looks like Enzo Maresca, he's also learning. We've always said he's learning on the job. He's a rookie manager too. But he's learning fast. Once again, a message to Arsenal fans. I'm going after Arsenal because you're the target now. If we call ourselves to be title contenders, you're the target. So I'm going to be after you lot every single video. I love it. I love it. Do you know what I mean? Like Enzo Maresca, post-match saying that we have to wait. We have to wait till March and February to see where things are at. And yeah, 100%. I love it. I love this substitution. I was going to say something. I completely forgot. I was going to say something about the Arsenal fan base. Oh yeah, just remembered. Arsenal fan base. What took you guys 7 or 8 years to reach where you are right now? And even then, you haven't really achieved anything important. But you're so proud about where you are right now, yeah? It's taken you 7 to 8 seasons, 7 to 8 years under Mikel Arteta to reach where you are right now. Enzo Maresca's done that in less than 2 years. In less than 2 seasons, Enzo Maresca's done that. The gap between us and Arsenal is not that much anymore. And the way the trajectory is going, very, very soon, we'll be catching up. Very, very soon, forget about catching up. We'll be taking over. I've got no doubt this time next season, we are proper one of the genuine title contenders of the Premier League. Genuine. This season, we're forcing ourselves into be the conversation. Why not? Overachieve. Why not? But next season, best believe, Arsenal, if you don't achieve anything this season, I'm telling you, Arsenal, I don't think you're going to achieve anything anymore. This is your final season, because after this season, it's finito for you. It's finito. It's finito, 100%. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, look at some of this stuff. Cole Palmer reacting to Chelsea fans booing Noni Madueke. Never change, Cole. Absolutely love it. We have a look. Everyone's booing, and you can see Cole Palmer going. I love it. I love it. Yes. You know Cole Palmer. I don't think this guy liked Noni Madueke much. We know the incident that happened between Cole Palmer, Noni Madueke, and Nicholas Jackson. I don't think this guy liked him, and I love it. Yeah, give it to Noni Madueke. Let him know that you left Chelsea Football Club, and it's not really his fault. We wanted him. I definitely wanted him to go. Chelsea Football Club wanted him to go. Look, majority of you guys wanted him to go as well, and. Yeah, we don't need to be lovey-dovey. You now play for Arsenal, you're the enemy. And I love, look at this, Enzo Fernandez, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I was talking about. The way he squares up, Enzo Fernandez. The way he squared up against Mason Mount. I love it. And then the way he squared up against Noni Madueke. If you guys all remember that clip. Fantastic clip. He absolutely swiped the living daylights out of Madueke. And then let him know about it as well. Cucurella was there too, letting Noni Madueke know. And I loved it. I loved that scene 100%. I love this sort of attitude from our players. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about, especially in regards to Ronald Araújo and Reece James as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. And we shall see you guys, God willing, for All You Can Eat Chelsea, 10 a.m. UK, Tuesday morning. Be there or be square.